All right, you guys, it's July 31st. I love my privacy. I love my freedom up here. I can come out here and I can grind and weld at 3 in the morning. And my closest neighbor, who's like a half mile away up there, doesn't care, because that's what he's doing at 3 in the morning. And we don't care. That's why we live out here. I can take my dirt bike, take off through the woods. I can take my razor like you've seen. And when the wind isn't blowing crazy, it is absolute paradise. Anyway, today is just the first day of our tropical storm systems that come through in the summer, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's raining, hearing thunder up in the mountains there. And a little more positive note, I've always wanted to get a smoker. You know, a food smoker, meat smoker, whatever. And for my birthday this year, which is in about 5 days, we went ahead and purchased one. So I'm gonna put this thing together. I'm an absolute beginner. I have a brother who's like a master smoker dude. The dude's texting me showing me like 7-pound chunks of meat that he's smoked.
Little pork loin, boneless, they're solid meat. You know, it's about yay big. $5. Got 2 packs of these. Just got some chicken thighs, they're on sale. If you ever see one where the bags are popping up, don't buy that chicken. I got them all seasoned. I did both sides of the mayonnaise. Got that guy. Did use mustard as a binder with him. A couple different types of seasonings. So I'm gonna pop them on there. Smoke off. Right there in the corner. Been in there for a few hours. Let me see how she looks. So see the chicken kind of close. The pork is looking kind of close. We're cranking up to high. Give it maybe a half an hour. 275. We'll see. That's how that chicken looked. I knew it was done when I was pulling it out of the oven smoker. It was falling apart. Oh my gosh. Half the juice, this is the one pan that was on the bottom. Half the juice I put into this pan. So like I say, this is what they look like when they're 170. They're cooked. You can eat it. But 203 gives you that just fall apart temperature. So I'm going to wrap that one just like this one. Put it back in the smoker. Poke the thermometer in there and then pull it at 203. So I just pulled them. Right? Look at that meat just jiggling. So how did it turn out, you might be asking? Well, here they are. Let them sit. They just fell apart. That's just so juicy, moist, beautiful. Just
He's gonna be my go-to guy. So let's get this thing put together and see what it can do. All right, so my initial impression is that this thing is very flimsily made, if that is a term. Everything just seems super light duty, super thin. Well, I guess they passed the test. So, I mean, how thick does this thing need to be? I mean, maybe they've got it figured out. So I'm gonna keep putting this thing together, but it just seems like everything is really light and flimsy. But again, if we just need a simple system to provide smoke to meat products, we'll see. Let's keep on going. I'm gonna want to be able to move this. My thought is to drill some holes here, and then the wheels that I used on my mobile gearbox, which I took off, I could put here and move this thing around.
Well, you know a little bit about me. I was racing for 12 years at Green Cross in 2005 and 6. So yeah, I had a stupid idea. So generally.
All right. So this looks like it's coming. This looks like it's coming together. Come on. All right, looks like it's coming together pretty good. Went together really simply, as you saw that. But I have to confess, the older I get, the less I like putting together projects with vague instructions. Fortunately, a lot of the guys I watch on YouTube, they go through the same stuff, and I see them getting so frustrated, some of the DIY guys. So I have this piece left here. This is some kind of tray. So this handle tells me that it hangs, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Or it's for me to pick up. But here's the instructions. Right here. It says, put the tray where? It's pointing to, I don't know what it's pointing to. There's nothing on this side for the tray. There's no hooks underneath to hang it. So where does this tray go? Okay, I didn't have to get on YouTube, but I looked at this, and there's little sleeve receivers here, right? And then of course you see these here. Now maybe just a couple arrows on the instructions showing that this goes there, because this doesn't naturally look like it wants to hang here, right? But when you engage the sleeves like so, there, see, now it's on there. Okay, looks like she's done. Let's get her seasoned. All right, so trip out to the bin. We'll see if I have a dolly out here. I think I have, there's 2 dollies. Let's get these.
They ran it in Weston, you know, no, like, automatically see their place guys, you know, did really well, and Weston in particular. And like, you know, when I started with you know, I was trying to put Eli's manager, but when I wanted to help Eli pros, I wasn't originally structured that way. He needed help with wedding for San Diego, you know, he was needing help, so, you know, very attentive.
They have some pre-season instructions here. When you have a smoker, you have to pre-season it. And this instruction manual says, make sure the water bowl is in place without water, set the temperature at 275, which is max. Run smoker for 3 hours. Add a half cup of wood chips to the wood chip loader during the last 45 minutes to complete pre-seasoning. Shut down and allow to cool. Now, I was reading further and it was saying you could add stuff like orange juice, pineapple juice, apple juice to further season whatever meat you're trying to smoke with chips. So we're gonna do the pre-season 3-hour thing right now. Let's get her going. Let's figure out how this part works right here. Press on and off button. Maybe I gotta hold it. Okay, I'm pressing on. Okay, well, I don't see anything happening. Press set temp button. Let's try that. Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, great. 2, 3, maybe hold it? No? No? Okay, make sure it's plugged in. Yep, plugged in. Did it get unplugged over here? Aha, 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 aha. It's a little bit unplugged. Let's try this again. I don't like that. Let's support this. Maybe that was the whole issue. Hopefully, you know how things are these days.
What a piece of junk.
Set temperature. Okay, press on and off. Ah, there it beeped. Press set temp button. You know what? I'm gonna cover this. Set temp. Press up or down arrows to set temperature. We're going at 275. I'm just gonna hold it, let the thing run. And of course, this display is a pulsating display, so in the camera lens, it's gonna look like it's having a heart attack, but...
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
We're running it up to 275. Oh, it went backwards past 275. Oh, there it is, 275. Press set temp button once again. So, boom. Heating will not begin until timer set. Set time button. We're doing, here we go. So we're doing 3 hours. Press time button again to lock the hours. Okay, locked in. Set minutes. Press set time again if you're good with minutes. Heat will turn off when time is expired. When outside temperature is cooler than 65 degrees, above 3,500 feet, additional cooking time may be required. Because I'm at 3,600, so... Okay, you can see now it's set for 3 hours. It's only at 84 right now, but it is in the heat mode. All I need to do is come back out at about 2 hours and 15 minutes and load the wood chip. It's only been like 3 minutes. This thing's already putting off smoke right here. And I know it's probably just the oils and the protectants on the pieces that were in here while it was shipped. And it's at it's already at 255 degrees. So we'll let her go for 215 and then we'll put in them wood chips. All right, so I'm halfway through the break-in process. Let's just check out the sides of this thing here. Okay, 117. Let's look at the glass. 162. 116. That's pretty consistent. It says it's at 265 or 275. Let's check out the back here. 98. A little tray. How about down here inside of there? Ooh, 195 on the wood chipper. On the wood chipper hopper, it's 195. So she's doing her thing. We'll be back in the last 45 minutes. They want me to load wood chips and then let it just do its thing. So we'll be back here and we will load the wood chips. So far, so good. They want you to dump them, and then they want you to roll it back like this. Leave it right there for the next 45 minutes. We're in the final stages of seasoning in the smoker, and let's see. It's on its way down. All I can tell you is that when I came out here, it smelled really, really good. I put in these mesquite smoking chips, and when I came out of my house into the garage, it just smelled so good, like a barbecue. And we're burning them down and getting this thing done. It's on its way down here, getting ready to be used normally. I will include you guys in that. 165. Some say 155, but others are like, no, go 165. All right, it is August. After a bunch of reading, talking to my brother, we are gonna try some steaks in here. So we're going to 165 with some of them. We're going to 150 with others. We're looking for medium to medium rare. We're looking for medium to medium well. That's the current meat temperature. That's where I want it to be, and an alarm goes off when any of those meats get there. And then we're gonna sear my brother-in-law's arm on the barbecue. And then we're gonna flip them over here and sear them for a couple minutes on each side and see how they take. So it's about 5:35. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, they're straight down, so it takes. He just goes like this.
All right, you see my favorite thing has showed up, the wind. Anyways, it's been about 25 minutes. We're at 108 and 106. So when these get close, I think when this one gets to about 125 right here on the bottom, I'm gonna fire up the barbecue because we're gonna barbecue chicken and corn for everybody else. So at some point, these are gonna have to come together, the steaks and the chicken. All right, we're getting close. It's been now right at about 50 minutes. This one's about to get to 150. And I gotta sear it over here. But I gotta flip chicken. I have to flip chicken in 1 minute and 50 seconds. All right, got my meat probe. We're gonna check the chicken, right? We want 165. So let's dive in here. We are at 160, so we got a few more minutes on the chicken. But don't that look good? And the meats have been on there at 225. I didn't state that earlier. They've been on there exactly 55 minutes. So we're at higher altitude again too. We're at almost 4,000 feet, so it does take a little longer up here. But we're gonna go 2 more minutes on this chicken and we'll check it. All right, we're good on the chicken here. Good on the chicken. We are gonna get our steaks now. We're only a few minutes behind on the steaks. I've never timed this much cooking. I also cooked corn.
Surprise. Get that corn out of my face!
So I'm gonna crank this up because we wanna sear these steaks. So this thing's gonna get hot for about 2 minutes per side. So let's get my timer going here. All right, see how this goes. For the record, it took exactly 1 hour to bring those steaks up to 150. Okay, so we're gonna restart. Whoa, they're on fire. I'm actually gonna crank that down a little bit. 2 more minutes, they'll be done. All right, these have been, I only went a minute on the other side of these. So I wanna see what they look like inside. Okay, I cut one, I only got one hand here. And see that pink? Let's go let them eat these. Thank you, baby.
Papa.
All right. It's my birthday. Turned 56 today. Proved all my teachers wrong.
Let me tell you something. Look at him. He's a bum.
Just an absolute incredible day today. I overcooked the steaks a little bit. I went to 150. Turns out they were like medium. So I'm gonna go, now I know where I need to be. We had ribeye, we had New York in there. All we did was put olive oil on them and salt and pepper and a couple, like, you know, aftermarket spices. And we also barbecued that chicken, and I used a temperature probe on the chicken, which I've never done. Brought it to 165 because there was some thick pieces in there and some thin pieces in there. And everybody said the chicken was one of the best they've ever had. So obviously, as an amateur cook like me, using temperature probes gives you a target for your meat you're cooking and just makes it so much better. So everyone's in the spa over there. We're just watching the sunset go down. It's been an absolute awesome day. I want to thank my brother Nico for hounding me for years to get a smoker. I'm so excited. And I learned a lot today about what to do with temperatures and meats and stuff. And it's going to go a long way. I still have a lot to learn, like, do I need to clean the thing every time? How do I get the old wood chips out? Stuff like that. It was awesome. Here comes my grandbaby. Who's that coming this way?
Piper.
Oh, you're Piper. You're my oldest daughter's oldest daughter. Did you have fun today?
Ooh, yeah.
You're going to be on YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
And you'll get to watch it. So say hi to myself.
Hi.
All right, I'm swimming over to the hot spa. Let's go. Look at that view, you guys.
I'm gonna hold you.
Okay, let's go. Ugh. It's beautiful. Look at the bat. Did you see the bat?
Yeah.
He's over past that way.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Can they bite you after?
Oh, they won't hurt you. All right, I'm gonna get my picture.
Two weeks later.
Okay. What's up, guard doggy? I'm not sure how long it's been. We'll look at the timer, see how long it's been, but I know we're getting close. And it smells delicious. So we got 5 more degrees to go, and we have an hour left. It's been in exactly 59 minutes. I'm aiming this at my bedroom wall here so I can see it from inside the house. I don't have to come all the way out. But she's doing good. Oh, perfect timing. Just coming out here to check it. And she's going off, baby. So let's take care of biz, right? And I'm gonna fire up my my barbecue. I'm gonna leave the meat in the smoker with the smoker off, because we are going to put grill marks, and we're going to reverse sear steak. You see we're at 100 degrees? That's what it is outside. I like to get it to about 5. All right, she is creeping up. So I used to barbecue everything, like the last 35 years. And I would barbecue it, and then I would cut open the middle to see what it looked like in the middle, because I didn't want it too raw for, my wife doesn't like it super red. Some people, she likes it kind of well done. I like it more medium to medium rare, but I've learned now, just since my birthday, that when you use temperature probes, this is one you just stick in and it reads automatically. This one you leave in and it tells you how it's going the whole time. If you use temperature probes, you can't goof it up. So now I'm cooking our chicken to like 160 every time, and it is so juicy every single time, where it's not rubbery at all because you left it on a little too long because you're trying to be safe with chicken. And I started out with cooking my meat up to like 165. Now I'm down to 145, and I might even go down to 130. I know some people go way down there, but I'm just still learning.
Dad, do you want Panda or are you good?
I'm cooking for myself right now.
He's good.
All right, it's August 29th. It's 3 weeks after I got my smoker. What's up, bro?
What's up?
I've been using this thing. I'm like texting my wife, what's for dinner? She's like, I'm gonna be out late. I'm like, okay, good. And then I smoke something. So tonight I'm smoking 2 Italian sausages and a small ribeye. And they say to bring the sausage to 165. I'm gonna bring the ribeye to 140. I know some of you guys like the 125s and 130s. The last steak I ate at 145 was delicious, but I wanted to go a little more rare, so I'm trying 140. Things are different, right? We're at 4,000 feet, but that's where we're at. This thing has been working flawlessly. Flawlessly. I have learned this. My wood chips stop smoking at about 45 minutes. So I open up the door as quick as I can, and I yank the tray, and I dump the old wood chips in here. You want to do a metal can, of course, common sense. And then I shove the thing back in there with the empty tray, and I reload the sucker with just less than a half a cup of chips. That's what they say. So I usually reload one time during a smoke that lasts an hour to 90 minutes. So I have not perfected the method of smoking for a couple hours at a lower temperature and then cranking it to 275 like my bro, like in the video you just saw. You saw that meat, that was to die for. I just wanted to figure out how this thing works, and then I can start goofing around with larger cuts of meat and things like that, other kinds of cuts, ribs, things like that. So I'm just working with boneless meats like I did chicken. We've done steak. Now I'm going to do some sausage. Don't that look good? My sausages have about 6 degrees to go. Hey, and on a side note, I've lost 6 pounds in 2 weeks from eating meat from my smoker. So there's some kind of health benefit to that too. We're gonna put some grill marks on my steak. All right, woohoo! Look at that sucker. Doesn't that look great? All right, I've still got some time left on the sausages, so I'm just gonna bring this in and I'm gonna start eating this right now. All right, pretty much got my steak all eaten. I got about 5 more degrees to go on the sausage, but I noticed that I refilled the chips and my can's going off. Let's fix that. Maybe not enough. Maybe I'll use the old Rockstar can. Get some water in this thing. Potential fire hazard. An hour and 13 minutes later, the sausages are at my 160 mark. So let's kill this sucker. Ah. All right, let's go see how these things turned out. I ate these when we were camping. And these were absolutely delicious. I found these at Lucerne Valley Market. They're great. They're so good. I didn't know that I could eat such good meat. Sorry. This is probably the best time in my whole life.
Today has probably been the best part of my life.
Well, you guys, that's pretty much my smoker video. I just wanted to put something out there for all you guys that haven't bought one and used one, and just kind of give you a guideline to follow so that you could start using it. Because I had so many questions, you know. When I first used to barbecue, I was always guessing, like, is it done? Is it not done? Do I cut it in half and take a look at it? And then even a few years ago when my son was living with us, I kind of tried to retire from the barbecue position and let him do it because he cooked so much for the fire department that I'm like, yeah, you could barbecue now, so I'll just retire. And just got away from that. But with using temperature gauges and stuff, again, like I said in the video, you can't mess it up. And it turns it into kind of a fun thing, like a game for me, you know. So to sum all this thing up, what I learned during this time, it's now September 5th, okay? And I've used the thing a lot, and I've combined it with the barbecue and stuff. Here's what I've learned. If I want to do a short cook in my smoker, like just throw a steak in at one temperature and leave it, walk away, maybe change the chips out after 45 minutes. I use the temperature 250, and it's just produced the best steak for me. I like a medium to medium rare, like right in the middle there, right? I don't like it fleshy. I don't like it overcooked. So I like a light medium, and that 140 temperature has worked out. That was my go-to temperature. I did a big ribeye at 140 last night, and it was like the best steak I've ever had. And again, the butter is my preference. I use that Yellowstone seasoning, and then if you drizzle a little butter on top of the steak when it's done, mixed with that Yellowstone, for some reason it's really, really good. And I was barbecuing some shrimp there, and I was using that Yellowstone seasoning and then dipping the shrimp in butter after when you're eating it. That combination is really good. So, and then as far as the searing goes, a lot of people do a pan sear where they sear it in a pan, but just convenient for me, my barbecue's right there. So I just throw it on the barbecue, and that seems to work just fine. I still haven't experimented with the slow cook process where you're smoking for like 2 hours at like a lower temp and then you crank it up at the end to finish it. That's next on my list now. So I've never used a pellet smoker, of course. This is my first smoker, the chip smoker. It seems to work fine. I like it. I don't know the difference between the two as far as what would be better. If you've never tried smoking your steaks and your hamburgers and your sausages and stuff like that, I'd encourage you, go grab one of these things, man. It's turned my life around as far as my diet and everything. Like, I'm getting ready to smoke something right now. And just as a follow-up, since August 5th, I've lost 12 pounds. It's September 5th today. because I've cut out a lot of garbage. I eat meat and salads and have a lot of water, and I stay away from the sodas now as much as I can. Every now and then I might spoil myself, but I'm feeling so much better. That's it for now. We're winding down the summer here. We got about a month left where we can use our pool. Then we got to wrap it up and Glamis season starts, and then you know what happens then. We get to go ride and have some fun. So that's it for today. So there's my notes. We'll see you in the Bahamas. Told you I'd forget something. Guess what I forgot? I forgot the key.
Like and subscribe.